What we have right here is the Jetour Ice Cream EV. At least at the time of this recording, itong Ice Cream EV ang pinakamurang electric vehicle na pwede mong bilhin dito sa Pilipinas. Being an electric vehicle at least until 2030, ito ay exempted sa number coding na nararanasan natin dito sa Metro Manila and some parts sa Pilipinas. This means na pwede mo itong gamitin sa loob ng 7 araw forever. Well, until 2030. Having said that, ito na nga kaya ang future ng mobility, or novelty lang ba to, trend or fad na kalaunan ay mawala din. Dito sa video na to, pag-usapan natin. Before I go on, kung mahilig ka sa Philippine car news and reviews, I would appreciate it if you can consider giving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. I post one video a week sharing my thoughts and opinions regarding Philippine cars. Maliit na bagay yan para sa inyo pero napakalaking tulong yan para lumago ang channel na to so that I may also know the interests of the Filipino consumer. Let's start by stating the obvious. May kaliitan itong sasakyan na to. Less than 3 meters in length, less than 1.5 meters in width, and yung height niya around 1.6 meters lang. With those dimensions, never mong problemahin ang parking or ang masikip na kalsada na meron tayo. Though, ang kailangan siguro talaga natin pag-isipan ay yung kanyang ground clearance kasi 120mm lang to. Aside sa mga lubak at mga humps na pwedeng sayaran dito, problema rin sigurado nitong sasakyan na to ang tag-ulan sa Pilipinas lalo na kapag bumabaha. But rainy seasons and flooding problems aside, I think this is one of the best, if not the best city car na pwede mong gamitin for going about your errands like punta sa palengke, punta sa mall, or kung saan mang short distance na mga lugar ang gusto mong puntahan. Lalo na at kaya niyang mag-upo ng 4 na tao. Well, for average size adults, I think 6-footers and up magkakaproblema dito. Looking under the hood, of course, you already know this pero wala siyang makina. What we can see here is the electric motor. Yung mga liquids na makita mo dito ay para sa kanyang windshield wiper and yung brake fluid. No need to go to a gasoline station para magpagasolina kasi charge nga siya. Speaking of charging, meron tong 13.9 kWh battery na pwedeng tumakbo up to 170 kilometers. By my estimate, around 500 pesos ang quote-unquote full tank neto. And personally, kung akong gagamit nito, mga 1 charge per week lang ang kailangan ko dito para magamit siya araw-araw. Looking at the rear seats, mukhang komportable naman makaupo ang average size adults dito. Although 5'6" siguro ang limit na nakita ko dito para hindi tumama yung kanilang mga legs kasi hindi ganun kalaki talaga ang legroom and even yung shoulder room. Aside sa safety feature na seatbelt, wala nang amenities dito pero personally kung ako ang gagamit nito, most likely, cargo ang tingin ko dyan sa second row seats kasi wala siya masyadong cargo space kapag binuksan mo at sinilip mo yung kanyang likod. Now, taking a look at the front seats and driver's amenities, well, it's subjective. While meron siyang FM and AM radio, wala siyang infotainment screen. Pero lahat ng details na kailangan mong malaman sa sasakyan, makikita naman yun sa kanyang instrument gauge cluster. Personally, kahit wala siyang infotainment screen, pwede mo naman gamitin yung parang cellphone stand sa kanyang dashboard para ilagay doon and i-mount yung iyong cellphone. Doon mo pwede gamitin yung Waze, Google Maps, or kung gusto mong makinig ng podcast or music mo, meron naman ding Bluetooth to kaya maririnig mo rin sa kanyang mga speakers. As for the safety features naman, while meron siyang driver's airbag, ABS with EBD, immobilizer, speed sensing electronic door locks, ISOFIX tethers, and rear parking sensors. Side note mo, hindi naman kailangan yung parking sensors sa sobrang liit ng sasakyan na to. Well, going back, this would have been better sana kung merong advanced driver assist aid, kahit cruise control lang sana. Now, to answer the 699,000 Philippine peso question, is this a novelty or the future of mobility? Compared to an e-trike or e-bike, you can sit 4 people here comfortably. Kapag umuulan, hindi mo kailangan problemahin ang mabasa kasi meron kang bubong. Pag summer naman, meron siyang almighty aircon. Maintenance-wise, Mas mura to compared sa diesel or gasoline engines kasi wala ka ng change oil and other more complicated components na pwedeng masira over time. But bottom line, medyo mabigat sa bulsa yung around 700,000 Philippine peso na price point niya, kaya I think this will be a novelty for people na kayang bumili at gawin siyang second car. That's it for this video. Kung may gusto kayong idagdag, put them in the comment section down below. So this is Kai, your driver but not so sweet lover na nagsasabing, keep calm, drive safe, and stay awesome.